Okay, hello, Miner Mountain, week 2, 7 weeks to go. 7 weeks to go to climb Mount Everest, and this happens. This has been an interesting week. I'm stuck in a play park here at the moment in one of the estates in Singapore. We have these really cool sort of play parks for kids. I've even got you can see it, there's actually a climbing wall there, a mini climbing wall for the kids. So that's pretty cool. So, training was going well for the first week, felt good, and then on Tuesday morning was Chinese New Year. I went with Anand, my climbing buddy, to Bukit Timah, which is a little hill. It's only about 160 up and down, basically with a backpack, which went fine. Went back to his place. I was going to get a cab from there, but because it was Chinese New Year, $35. I thought, well, screw that. It's normally about 10. So I thought, no, I'll tell you what, I'll turn this into an opportunity, and decided to walk back about 15 Ks, which was going well until I fell down a curve and did this. So that wasn't great. I literally rolled my ankle and I heard it snap. I literally heard a pop, and I thought, oh, either I've broken it or the ligament snapped. Very painful. Dropped to my knee, gashed my knee open. Grabbed the bus back, and I thought, okay, stick ice on it, do all the usual rice, do all that sort of rest, ice, compression, elevate, and then I thought, I looked it up and thought, okay, this is a 6 to 12 week sort of recovery injury. That's my trip gone. I thought, no, let's be creative. Let's think alternatives. And so basically, I did some Googling, and some guys said, look, don't use ice. Put heat on it and keep it moving. So I was doing the alphabet with my toes. I kept walking up and down the room. It was a bit painful, but it sort of works. I've got to say, within about 24 hours, I was sort of limping, but I'm still limping a little bit, but I can walk on it. And 2 days later, so on Thursday morning, I did 2 hours on the stairs. I strapped it, put 2 hours on the stairs with a backpack, which was it was achy and throbby, but it was okay. And then Friday, because it's like was it yesterday? No, it was yesterday, Saturday, Sunday today. Yesterday morning I walked for 5 hours, and it's bloody hot out here at the moment, very humid. Did about 25 kilometers with a 15-kilo pack. Which was, I got some blisters on my feet, but the ankle's fine. It's a bit achy, but it's moving. So I'm quite impressed. I can't run on it. So I think lesson learned. It's like, don't give up, find an alternative. Don't stick to traditional means, work things out. And I've got to be honest, if I get another injury, the heat and keeping it mobile seems to work. I think when it goes cold and it just stiffens up and the natural body fluids want to flow through and inflame, I suppose the body does it for a reason. But it works, so I'd highly recommend it. Just get on it and keep it moving. And it hasn't seized up, and it's getting better. So maybe another week before I can run on it, but I can certainly exercise. I'm in the park here because I couldn't get to the gym because we're going out, and I just want to do some pull-ups and some upper body weight. So because it's a sort of a rest day today, and then back at it tomorrow. So that was week 2. I thought it was going to be over, but no, we're back at it. Let's see what week 3 gives, as I say, I said I'd leave with the ups and downs. So it was. I thought this was going to be a disastrous week and the trip gone, but I feel pretty confident now. And it's a good attitude for the mind to be tested like this. And I feel pretty strong, confident that, hey, if I just look after it, keep strong, it'll be fair. So again, anybody watching, if you get injuries, just don't think it's the end. Just find a way, be different. Keep at it, and you just keep moving and just keep going forward. Like everything in life, I guess. Okay, finally, if you want to subscribe, that'd be great. If you hit the bell, you get reminded if I put a video up, if you're watching on YouTube. If not, Mind a Mountain, thanks. And you want to share it, cool. If anybody's got any advice on injuries or nutrition, always useful. Don't forget, for me, resting is an option. I haven't got time. Only a few weeks to go. And I'll meet some of the guys next week, and I'll put some nutrition stuff up next week. So might learn something about, I've got massive respect for mountaineers. They're strong endurance athletes, amazingly fit, and it's tough. So yeah, thanks, and see you at the top.